Alright, so today's video is a request that I got in one of my comments, which I needed to make it anyways. It is how to set up your hopper and spray with the RC-1. It's real simple. We're going to get into it. I sprayed these parts here along with a few others that I didn't put on the table for this little intro. But I sprayed it in a tan. I don't remember the exact tan. I can get it and I'll attach it in this video in case you're curious. And then a baby Rockstar Sparkle from Prismatic. Both these colors were actually from Prismatic. There's some suspension parts for F250. A lot of these are cast, so keep that in mind when you're watching the video that it's not imperfections in the powder. It's actually just the casting on the part itself. Like some it'll look heavier, it'll look like it's standing. If you've ever shot a metallic, you'll know what I'm talking about, how it starts to look like it's building up if you get too much charge on it or too much buildup. But that's definitely not the case. It all laid really nice, really even. Both coats did. You'll see in the video, I videoed every single part. Everything was shot at room temperature. Nothing was shot above 130 degrees. So I thought I did really well considering the price point of the system. With the hopper, notice the cloud is real consistent. From time to time, like if you're spraying for a while, you'll notice the powder will start to kind of thin out a little bit. Just give this a quick shake or a bump and it'll pick right back up. It's pretty much what you're gonna have to deal with if you're spraying with just a hopper. If you upgrade eventually to a fluidized keg or fluidized hopper, it kind of eliminates that problem, but you've got to have extra regulators and it's a little bit more to set up than just this. But for most beginners, this is a good solution to get you started. I mean, I sprayed this job. This is a customer paid job, and I have no problems showing the work to them, selling it. It's charging the same that I charge to spray with my Gema. It looks the same. Practice makes perfect. So don't expect to get it on your first shot. Keep trying. It's taken me several years to get to where I'm at right now. So some stuff might look a little easier, but it's not hard. Just like I said, keep practicing. But we've got a different range of parts. We've got just this bracket. It's got some little tight areas on it and stuff that not super tight, but some different contours and crevices to hit. We've got this one right here that I had to do masking on, and then I vacuumed this little backside here. But just a little part that it's just not a flat panel. Got some U-bolts. You can see how I taped these and hung them just in case you're curious. I just wrap wire in between these two, and then I take a hook and I spin it, and that kind of tightens it all up. You can kind of get an idea when you watch the video of how I did it. I don't actually demonstrate it, but you can probably get an idea from seeing it in the video hanging on my rack. Then we got these spindles. These are all taped and plugged. These turned out really well. And then also got some thin parts, which sometimes can cause a little bit of problems. Sometimes we like to throw back ionization because the charge builds up real quick on them. But didn't have that issue with these. They turned out real well. No complaints at all on these. I'm real happy with how everything turned out. Like I said, this is a paid job. There's no tricks in the video. Everything was shot on camera and then went straight to the oven, and this is the final result. You'll see a clip at the end of this video of how everything turned out up close. If I didn't tell you it was shot with this one, you would never know if it was what it was coated with. So if you're in the market for a new powder coat system, this is a reasonably priced powder coat system. I sell it for $400 with just a cup on the bottom. If you upgrade to the hopper, it's $75 if you buy it at the same time as buying the system, and then the fan tip is another $25 if you buy it at the same time as buying the system. I recommend the fan tip. The conical tip's great. I've just always shot with a fan tip on my Gema, so it's what I'm used to It throws a nice, even, flat cloud. So it's real consistent and easy to work with and judge how much powder you're putting on your part at that time. So stay tuned, watch the video, hope you like it. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. Try to keep up with these beginner videos to get people started powder coating. If you have any questions, shoot me an email and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Let's get to it. So before we start spraying these parts, I'm going to show you how to set up your RC-1 with the hopper kit. It's real simple. You just take this, you thread that in the bottom where the cup would normally go, and then you'll take the powder hose, which mine's an old one. I've used this for many years, but it's the same stuff that you get. This is, like I said, just older. And you're going to slip this on the bottom here. Make sure it's up. It doesn't have to be all the way up, but make sure it's not going to come off. And then you're going to take the other end of it and you're going to attach it to the powder hopper. Same thing, just make sure it's on there snug, doesn't have to be all the way. And then the next step is to take your airline hose that would normally go right here in the cup. We're not using this. So you're going to take it and attach it to the top of the hopper just like this. And that's all you got to do, and you're ready to set, you're ready to spray. I recommend running some type of air regulator on the back. That way you can control your air a lot better with this, and then even also with the cup. But I'll adjust that and I'll kind of put in the PSI in the video what I'm using. That way you can get a reference. But with this, you can see this is all you're going to have hanging off the gun here. So it's going to leave you a lot more freedom and flexibility kind of when you're spraying your parts. And also mine is, I believe, like an 8-foot hose, maybe 6 foot. And my cord is about 6 or 8 foot also. The ones that I'm selling now, they come with 12 foot of powder hose and the gun cord. So you have even more freedom and range of motion than I have. But let's get into spraying these parts and we're gonna see how it does.